See?
Okay.
Easy.
Easy, as if he didn't try before.
Shush!
Like,
You!
But still, great job.
Thanks. And thank you, DP, for
I,
the prep.
I thought, I told you I know how to build these kind of teams really well.
I told you it wouldn't stop us.
Well, we get a Pokemon. That'll be
Won't that
interesting to see,
monster
though.
reappear eventually?
I don't have the mental capacity for that.
Because people will still keep having those feelings, wishing for destruction.
You're right. It's certainly difficult. People struggle to keep death at bay, all the while forgetting what makes life worth living in the first place.
I get it. That's why we need the seal. Without it, people would just call for Nyx again, wanting everything to end. Can't help but feel
But that's
that
pretty
way.
morbid when you think about it like
I was
that.
staring it right in the face. I couldn't stop it myself either.
Also, it's interesting to note that this game takes place in 2009, 2010. And if you think back in history, what was going on in the real world in that time period?
The recession.
Even if we did go back to that battle,
The Mayan calendar.
that's why
2012.
he made that choice.
Yeah, you're a little early on that.
I miss
Yep.
him.
Fair enough.
I was talking about the house market crash, even though that's America
Oh.
specifically. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see his choice and why he
What
made
about the
it.
recession?
I just
Wait, what about the recession too?
have to accept it. That this is
that's
he
what caused
wanted.
it. The house market crashed, and then everything followed.
But
Yeah.
it's still really, really hard to do that.
I have to do better too. He protected all of us. And he still is. Even now.
Yeah. We have to stay strong, just like he is.
At least I feel like I finally got to really see him off.
If it wasn't for that monster, we could have made it back, but I guess it's not like we can get rid of that thing for good. We can't change the feelings of the whole world.
Yes, we can. We can do it.
I guess
It'll be different someday. As long as we're alive, we can change things. I know. Because I was even able to change myself.
That's our goal. And we gotta believe we can do it first. People aren't as hopeless as they think. We've already learned that much.
Yeah, you're right.
as long as we're alive, we can change things. You know, I think I get why you got the same power as him this whole time. I was wondering why it got to be you and not me, but you were the one who really knew how to move forward. I guess you have that in common with him.
I mean, you're a wild card, but not that kind of wild card.
Oh. Really? Well, I'm glad to hear.
Yeah, fair observation on that one.
I'm glad that you're glad. You know, I was pretty jealous for a good while there. Yeah.
Gee, who would have guessed?
Uh-huh.
Simple. I wanted it to be me, and I said
But it
so
was worse
many
than
terrible
Fez.
things to you.
It was worse than Fez.
Yukari-san.
Yeah, I saw it.
Come on, let's use that key and go back to our time. I think we're all ready to start April 1st now.
Agreed.
Is this some kind of twisted joke?
All right. Aigis?
Yes.
The one time April 1st is not a
I don't know
joke.
how else to say this, so I'm very glad I got to know all of you.
Isn't it a bit early to be getting sentimental? And you don't have to be so stiff. We're all friends here, right? Actually, you shouldn't say that at all. It's like you're saying goodbye.
Yes, you're right. Oh, friendship.
Wait, she gets it too?
Something's mere presence can make you realize you're alive. and
That's
to
the key
affect
that they fought for.
something
Oh,
isn't
I thought that
dead.
was
Maybe
the
it's
Infinity Gauntlet
friendship.
Arcana.
Is that The answer to
No,
life
the
I'm
only
supposed to
wielder of the
find?
Universe Arcana is exactly the P3 protagonist.
Congratulations, sister.
Oh, we have to say goodbye to Igor. Oh!
Where
Oh.
are we? What the? What is this place?
Oh, that's quite a
What's all this
shock.
now? Didn't we just walk outside?
How are you all here?
That's what I want to know.
There is no need to worry. I simply summoned you that we might say our farewells. This is quite a surprise, however. I did not expect your friends to follow you here. It would seem that the power of the wild
What is Fuka
card
doing here?
within you has had an effect
That's
on
the
them
question you want?
as
Just
well.
Fuka, not anyone else?
I guess.
I mean, she's barely in the cutscene, so yes, that's what I want to know.
This is a place where those soon to awaken to their power can receive guidance. Both my sister and your friend who sealed Nyx were guests here.
Metis, why are you over there with them? Just what's going on?
It's like I said before. I belong on this side.
I don't get to keep the broken
The
character.
abyss of time will disappear soon. The flow of time in your everyday lives will return to normal. Congratulations, sister. And the rest of you.
This is
as
pretty
well.
cool though, when you think about it.
Metis, you...
Also, you don't have to say where or when or how. But is this the only time where non-wildcard users goes to the Velvet Room?
No,
Oh, interesting.
it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen in 4. I can tell you that much.
Okay.
Do you
To my
recall
memory.
saying that you could no longer fulfill your purpose to protect him? Well, I think you might still be able to do so.
Actually, Akechi never went to the Velvet Room, did he?
So Akechi is technically the other wild card in 5, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Because he has access to Robert and Loki. Right, that's the thing. But the main thing about it is that he's the agent of Law. Joker's the agent of Chaos.
Huh.
That's the thing. But also, this is not the last time that you will see members of our party in the Velvet Room. It happens in 5. I just don't. I won't tell you where though.
Oh, I forgot about that actually.
We all
Yeah.
discussed
gotta
earlier
see them
getting
things
rid of
play
that
through.
monster for good. Maybe someday, enough people will come
Yeah.
to the same realization as you. Were that to happen,
Or my own, whoever gets there
the world
first.
would stop calling for Nyx, and the monster would no longer appear. So until that day comes, continue fostering connections with others. That is how you can still protect him.
I really can keep protecting him? Metis, who are you really? Won't you tell us? I think she's my other self. The pain of losing him was unbearable. So much so, I just wanted to be a machine again.
Damn.
You must be the part of myself that I wished away.
It was in the
Coffee
cutscene.
and milk?
Really?
It was in the cutscene. It was in that dream cutscene. Whenever the light was coming in, there was a shadow overcast on Aigis, and then that shadow grew to be Metis.
Okay, so the funny thing about that is I was gonna make a joke by saying Aigis is so close to Aegis, but I guess it wasn't that far off.
My lonely sister.
Don't worry, this is the
I
last
was
time you see her.
afraid of being left behind. You came to help me acknowledge and confront the pain of life.
Yeah, she got better English.
Could you imagine her getting into Smash and you switch between Aigis and Metis?
Oh my
Understand.
god.
I wish I'd figured it
Well,
out
there is
sooner.
another shadow unit out there, but
Sister,
you have to play the fighting game to figure that out.
Which is never gonna happen.
The souls
Unfortunate.
of all living things are connected through a
I don't care, y'all
bond
get 1,000
similar
likes on
to
this
a
video. That's
seed.
not happening.
I think that's where I came from. Your
What about
heart
maining
is
Ken and
connected to
Koro?
that sea as well. You truly are alive, and from now on, we'll always be together, sister. I'm coming home. Welcome back.
So that means Aigis could really be broken if she wanted to. Good lord.
I feel tired.
Oh no.
It's been some time since I last felt like this. I haven't needed sleep in a while.
Well, it would appear our guest has safely reached her destination. She has found her answer to life.
Her answer to
Are they still
life?
gonna count the fact that her other self
Please,
almost killed
tell
her
me.
friends? Sheesh.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time
Wouldn't
with
be
the
first
director.
time.
Now that I've
Yeah.
found my answer,
Oh yeah.
is my life going to end?
End? What do you mean by that?
I guess
It's strange, though. I feel satisfied. Wait, I guess, are you... Oh, no, you can't! I wish I had been there to say goodbye. I shouldn't have locked myself away in my room. Huh? Am I crying? Now that I think about it, Metis cried before. I must have even thrown away the ability to shed tears.
You've overcome this ordeal splendidly. And now you've reached the end of your journey. It is time for us to part.
Aigis, cut it out. This isn't funny.
Aigis, please!
It's okay. Don't worry.
Aigis! Aigis!
And yet I
No.
feel nothing.
You might be able to reach him now. Not so much with words, but with everyone's hearts and strength. If you were to do that, he wouldn't have to carry on alone anymore.
Are you saying you feel nothing because this bit's been done before?
And that's all for the weather. At the tone, the time will be 12 a.m.
I'll save it for the credits.
Okay.
Good evening. It is now April 1st. Here are the latest news reports.
What?
I guess everyone will be tired after that.
Well, they went through a literal
Sleep.
gauntlet.
Huh? This is the dorm. Is everything back to normal? What is it, Koromaru?
What happened? Weren't we all by the entrance talking about a key or something?
Yeah, we were. But it looks like that's been settled. Everything outside is back to normal. We're no longer blocked from leaving either.
So the Abyss of Time is gone then?
The date! It's April 1st!
So, it's all over then, right? Ah, hell yeah! About damn time!
You still got a little unresolved issue over there.
Hey, Aigis, wake up!
Mhm.
We made it out in one piece. Aigis?
Wait a second.
One Piece?
After we used the key to open the front door, we ended up in a room that
They found the
looked
One
like
Piece?
an elevator. And while we were
Ugh.
there, Aigis-san.
Hey, come on, Aigis. You're not gonna lie there forever, are you? Wake up. Aigis! Yurijo-senpai.
Let's not jump to conclusions. We'll take her to her room for now. We can use the equipment there to check on her condition.
She's not waking up.
How's it looking, Fuka? I'm on it. I've used this equipment a number of times before. It should be designed to allow us to operate the most basic systems on our own.
No good. If only it wasn't so late at night. I'm sorry. I tried contacting the lab, but they're unlikely to send help anytime soon.
It's okay. I think I've almost got it.
Is that it?
Her vitals are on screen now. Let's see. No. This can't be.
Did you find something?
Her synaptic circuits. They're completely burned out. There must have been a massive system overload that took her way over capacity. I imagine it's related to her gaining the ability to use multiple personas.
Burned out, but she can be fixed, right?
It would be easy enough to replace the necessary parts, but the Aigis we know is already gone.
Oh.
Clembot, anyone?
Yeah, oh yeah, Clembot.
Or Cetroid, if you're a
No.
dub watcher?
Aigis.
Yeah.
Did you call my name?
Aigis!
Did something happen? Jeez! Way to give us a heart attack, you sleepyhead! You took so long to wake up, we thought you were dead! But... how? Her synaptic circuits shouldn't even be receiving power anymore. It's almost like... she's really alive.
I'm sorry if I caused you all concern. I was having a dream. The first one in quite some time. It was full of memories of the time I spent with everyone, and strength of heart when united is barred by no door. It's nothing. Painful goodbyes may be one of the most difficult aspects of living, but I believe that spending time with those who care about you is one of the most joyous. I really am lucky to have such wonderful friends.
I guess... we were right next to each other. Suffering over the exact same things. Looking back, I feel kinda stupid. Why did we ever think we were all alone? I guess we're more alike than we thought.
Man, is this nightmare finally over? We're not gonna wake up and see April 1st again, are we?
Hey, quit
Groundhog
tempting fate,
Day.
would you? In any case, that's it for now.
God, being stuck on April 1st
But the danger,
and
guys,
on
I
Groundhog Day
feel
would
like I'm gonna pass out.
really suck.
I could practically
Yeah, it would
sleep
suck.
standing up.
Cruel joke.
Junpei-kun!
All right.
Sick
Let's head back to our
joke.
rooms and get some rest for tonight. Was there anything else to take care of before we turn in? Actually, there is one thing I'd like to announce. With regard to collecting everyone's evokers, I'd like to reverse that decision. This whole incident gave me a lot to think about. In a way, I may have been trying to bury the past by collecting the symbols of our power and locking them away. But even with no shadows left to fight, we remain in a battle against ourselves. So, everyone should hold on to their own.
Until the day when everyone
Dude,
can
I should also
change,
for the kids or
okay?
anything. Good lord.
Let's see. My large items have been shipped. Am I forgetting anything?
I just got word. Our transportation will be here shortly.
You're taking everyone else too?
Yes, their new dorms are on the way to the lab anyway. And since we're all here, I thought we might as well travel together. It would be dull otherwise.
Has anyone seen Junpei? I told him not to be late.
Oh, there he is.
Ouch.
I bet he's trying to carry everything at once. Just ignore him. He did the same thing last year.
I see. It sounded like it really hurt, though.
My face. No one saw that, right?
We heard it.
Are you alright? Can't leave him alone for 5 minutes.
Sounds like they're here. Let's get going, shall we?
I actually have a favor to ask.
What is it?
I know it's last minute and might be too late, but would it be okay for me to not go back to the lab? Before, I thought I'd lost my purpose, my reason to live. But now I realize that isn't the case. If possible, I would like to keep attending school with Yukari-san and everyone.
Aigis.
I want to continue experiencing new things with you all, if it's not too late.
Well, it would be difficult, since I'm no longer involved with Gekukan High.
Your transportation has arrived, ma'am.
Thank you.
Senpai!
I apologize, but there's been a sudden change in plans. We'll now be going to the school's Tatsumi Hall. The transfer to the lab has been cancelled.
Senpai! You mean...
Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about!
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be able to stay with you all.
Oh, we got a
One last cutscene for the road. What is this Fresh Prince ending?
It's weirdly kinda sad to leave, huh?
Yes, but change is part of life.
Hey, so... if you're gonna live in the dorms next year... do you wanna be roommates?
Huh?
I imagine you still need one. And also, it just makes sense, you know? Because we're friends, aren't we?
Yeah, let's do it!
So, what do you think of the answer?
Not over just yet. I mean, because he said, I'm pretty sure this is probably like the last thing.
It's just the credits now.
Yeah.
Brand new days.
Cheers.
Alright, so to answer your question from earlier, the reason why I said I feel nothing is because I know there's that one guy out there, this is an M-rated game, so if YouTube does YouTube things, then whatever. But because I'm pretty sure that someone would have misinterpreted the ending of 3, that the answer to living is to just kill yourself, like Makoto did. I'm pretty sure someone out there took that was your takeaway from it. And I thought that the answer was gonna be like that part of the story to say, no, his answer to life is different because everyone's answer to life is different and it looks different for everyone else. His was just that he valued his friends so much that he'd be willing to put his life down for it, and also to, give people a second chance to find that meaning for themselves like he did. So when Aigis it seemed like her last decision would just lead to the same thing. I'm like, well, there goes that whole theory. So that's why I said I feel nothing. So it's like it was just the same thing, but again.
I guess that's fair. Okay, now the question I asked earlier. So, what do you think of the answer?
That is what I think of the answer. Or do you just mean
You
the
like-
entire experience?
As a whole, yes.
I mean, the fact that there's only gonna be like, what, 3 videos? I think that it kind of says in itself. It's pretty much, no. Fang said something that I feel like is just the entire thesis of the answer. He was watching me screen share one time, and he was just saying, oh, I guess you're doing a little bit of grinding before you fight the next stage boss? I said, no, Fang. This is just the answer. And he said, oh. And I think
Yep, the
that
answer is the same
perfectly
thing,
encompasses what the answer looks like.
I know.
It's like-
the thing is, this is the official part of P3. All this did happen. It's not like a offshoot thing. This is this is canon because made by the same original people. And this is part of the game.
I don't doubt that, but they front-loaded all the exposition and back-loaded all the exposition. Everything happens at the beginning, and nothing whatsoever happens in the middle, and everything is just dumped at the end. So there's nothing where to keep you invested outside of the sheer willpower. So if you're not invested in the Persona gameplay and the fusions and all that stuff, not even confidants to kind of keep you invested to get all the temperance stuff and the tarot cards, yeah, it can be a slog.
Yeah.
Reasonable.
But what you said you were ranting at this point. What were you going on about? Remember you dropped off the call to kind of think out loud.
Me?
Yeah, you.
No, I was just thinking man, I'm glad they did this thing justice because initially in Fast the answer you didn't have the compendium.
Oh yeah, you did say that from the beginning.
Oh god, yeah, talk about that.
People had to mod the game to give people the compendium to play with.
Oh my god.
And because they just
Fang,
wasn't there
you knew
initially.
this. He told you this because that was your answer in the main playthrough. Because you're like, wait, so does that mean when you so do things carry over from the answer? So the only thing that carries over is the compendium. But it did help out a little bit, but those prices are just
insane.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with it, but
because you probably no, let me not say that. Fair enough.
I play this game differently. I play this game like how you play Pokemon. I'll put it like that.
I'll accept that because the Indigo Disc, I'm pretty sure that's maybe a 10-hour campaign. That extended my playtime by I'm pretty sure I beat the Indigo Disc for me. It took about 60 hours to beat.
Yeah.
I'm
But
not
they had
sure.
to mod.
Actually, no. I think Fang just sped ran it. So
No, I took my time.
that's what you say, but you're done in about a week, and you put it off till the end of time. You put it off so long that they started making shorts about it, and the official Pokemon company was starting to say things about it. So
Look, Epic Games. That means Makoto Yuki's gonna be in Fortnite, right?
Oh my god.
Is that all you had to say about it, DP?
No, I'll make it a bit there. I personally enjoyed the answer. I know whenever Leslie gets to it, I think she'll enjoy it too, because she's happy to see a lot of combat changes whenever she played Reload. Because before the answer came out, actually before Persona 3 Reload came out, she beat the original P3 and the answer.
Speaking of which, special thanks original P3 staff.
Yeah, alright, on time. Shoki Metro, here he is. That's your guy.
Nice.
He's the guy for banger music.
But what were you saying more about Leslie and her?
So she beat all of original P3 and the answer like before this game came out.
Yeah.
Then she played this game. She's like, damn, this is so much better because you know things are more modernized and you have like party control and all that. But party control was like the lack of party control was like the main thing keeping. People say it's what keeps P3 from being good. Others say it's what makes P3 the best. That's a debate. I'm sure you've seen like
yeah, I heard of that.
What's his face's video? It's not Liam Triforce, it's just Nam's Compendium, I think.
The best argument I've heard for that argument is that it feels like you're actually working with a group of people, because when you're actually working with people, anyone who's worked with a group can attest to this, you can't really control what other people are going to do, but what you can do is learn their tendencies and learn what they like to do. Like Junpei is like all flashy and like cinematics and likes to have a good time, so if you know that you have to go in and go balls to the walls, you bring Junpei to adhere to that play style. You kind of like work around their strengths and weaknesses to make a better team versus just do this, do that. That's like the best argument I've heard for the AI control, basically.
There you go. There's the answer.
Oh, drop your together into tomorrow.
Nice. I say the wildest thing was that you had to fight against your actual teammates, and God, they got hands.
They strengthened their resolve. What can you say?
Yeah. So now that it really proves that.
Akihiko, the greatest to ever do it.
Alright, I was gonna say, I think that this game was definitely needed just because Persona 3 was like stuck on the PS2 and without, you know, portable. If you want to play original P3, just play portable, but portable has like party control now. So you can experience all this game without theurgies and stuff. But that's only on modern systems. If you want to play, I recommend playing it on the PS2, however you can. But
I think the biggest thing that I'll probably ask you about is, do you think that this is, well, that most people, they said that the main problem they have with Persona 3 is that there's always like a world war situation where which version of Persona 3 should you play? And this was like their chance to have the one version to rule them all. So, do you think that they succeeded in that, or do you think that there's still a better version out there?
It depends on who you ask.
I'm asking you.
Because some... I think this is probably the closest we're gonna get to like a really good iteration of P3. I do think that there's some things that could have been brought back to make it better, like having Makoto wield like every weapon type.
I heard about that. That actually sounds really cool.
The RNG aspect of Tartarus, instead of having like set equipment, like how you know how it was here in the Sea of Doors.
Yeah.
Desert Door, sorry. That was originally in the base game of Persona 3, and thus you get randomized equipment slots too. So you get randomized items, randomized equipment, so you could get like some really bonkers stuff at the beginning. I know some personas are missing, but that's like few and far between. Like not really much. Like maybe a couple, just like a handful. Not really too many, because you know.
No, I just realized this is like one of the only copyrighted musics. Oh well, it's already copyrighted at this point. Continue.
At this point, right? I think the voice of this is good. It took me a bit to grow on like exactly Akihiko, but I think Alejandro did a good job.
But to be fair, they were working on Metaphor roughly at the same time.
And that game was stuck in development hell for like 10 years.
Wait, Metaphor?
It went by a different name. It was like it went by a different project name, but then
Good
it was stuck in
lord.
like development hell.
Well, bless them for getting that out of there. Cause, sheesh. So I had to go grab Blue Relink when I found that out.
All right, things. DB's been yapping for a minute now, but I'll give the spectator a chance to talk. What do you think about the answer or P3 as a whole? Whatever you choose to say.
Alright, what I say for a whole is that, one, it was cool to see, well, in this case, I got to like really sit down and actually watch how Persona's played, so that was really cool. And Sailors, you did a really great job with, despite your limited knowledge.
I guess when you're watching through these things, you say you well because the Switch has the processing power of a hamster wheel, and we're pretty much well both of us are like Nintendo users, so Switch is first and foremost like a main console. This is just that we just understand most games are not going to come to Nintendo Switch. Fingers crossed for the Switch too. But I guess when you're watching these type of things on YouTube, I guess like the Let's Players you watch don't really show too much of the gameplay or the grind and all of that. So seeing it like actually played out as a video game was a new side to seeing it.
Yeah, that was a new side because like normally it's like, well, I guess the best way to say it, just cut off most of the grinding that most people do when they put up the videos. But in this case, since I actually got a chance to sit behind and actually watch you grind in a couple of areas, it's like, okay, this is how it really goes down. And on top of that, thanks to both you and DP, I learned quite a bit of the mechanics, which I'm somewhat incorporating into Royal, and a tiny little bit in when I played through the Metaphor demo. So
Oh, I was right, by the way, Fang. It was known as Project Re Fantasy in December of 2016.
Good lord.
Yikes. But also, Thing, what were you saying before on that little side tangent?
I pretty much stopped at that moment. The last thing I recall saying was that watching both Salos and DP, especially with the setting up of the skills and everything for the personas, it also helped me like understand a bit of the mechanics in both Royal when I'm playing through, and the little bit I saw / played through in Metaphor, the demo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I said.
I gotta get to Fantasia, but I gotta finish Tactical first. Do both the DLC and the main story.
No, I say for Metaphor, just play through the demo first, so at least like the stuff will transfer over, so you can at least start where you're at.
I guess I'll just end off by just general thoughts on everything, since this is probably gonna be it's not gonna be the last one because I still have to go fight Elizabeth and the masked boy, but. Outside of that, I think this will be probably the last time where I get a chance to actually say things about this. But overall, I wouldn't say that this is like my first-ish Persona game because I kind of co-piloted it with one of my friends with their Persona 5 playthrough. So it was kind of like a weird type thing because it wasn't my PlayStation and it wasn't my game. So I had like input on things, but I didn't get full control of it. So this is like the first time I get to actually have full control of the game. So it was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it for what it was. I understand the complaints with it's not like the one version of Rule Them All, as EB pointed out. Things like Makoto dying a very gruesome death in the original answer. Things like that
looks better.
Yeah, things like that I can understand could be interpreted, but overall I think it was a pretty good experience. But I think that there will be another video like coming up with like a more condensed thing, but I guess it's just raw thoughts. But
what do you think you like this story game more than Persona 5?
I think that Persona 5 just came out at the perfect time it could have. In an era just in general. like the time, like Royal came out in 2020, which was I think the perfect time for a game about rebellion and standing up for what you believe in and not accepting the status quo. I don't think there could have been a better time for a game like that to come out. I know base Persona 5 was a thing too, but the Royal coming out right then is what really helped it really strike fire how it did. But personally, I think that I might enjoy the message of 3 a little bit more.
Of finding the answer to life.
Yeah, because I said it's a thing too, but
Mm-hmm.
there's a people just don't like to talk about death. And even like when you talk, like people are scared to even say the word death. They use like these soft words like, "Oh, he passed," or "He's with the Lord," or "He's no longer with us." But no one will just say that, "Oh, they died." And even in the remake, as censored down as it was, they didn't stray away from that fact. So,
Well, that's like the core thesis of Persona like 3 as a whole.
I mean, I've seen other medias tackle death, and even they don't kind of like dance around it. So just see it just fully embraced full on was nice. And also, I did give Ryoji a lot of crap, but I think that he was like the only time outside of maybe Puss in Boots that death wasn't just a villain. That death doesn't have to be something scary, but it's just a part of life. And the sooner you accept it, the sooner you can just, realize that death and life are two sides of the same coin. So once you know that death is coming, you can appreciate life a little bit more. Which is also what Ryuichi learned from us.
You know who
DB?
else has the power of life and death in their hands?
That's where we're ending. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Baby, us against the world.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something about Persona 4.
No, Persona 4 is about well, it's about finding the truth, but that's different.
Reach out for the truth.
You'll see more about it if you actually go through with it.
I'm
knows?
sticking to that. If this video gets 50 likes, it's not for debate. It's gonna happen. But if it doesn't, it happens when it happens.
Is there a time limit on this, just for clarity?
Before the end of the year. I think that's more
generous.
than. Yeah, I think that's very generous.
That is way generous.
All right.
Before
well,
the end of 2025, if this video hits 50 likes, then this is not negotiable. So, as long as you're not watching this in 2026, spread the word. If you enjoy what you saw.
Heard the man. You heard the man.
Okay, that's
we
enough.
have
All
a
right,
vowel
they